Now next to me here is the all-new 2021 Acura TLX Type S. Now, for those that don't know, Type S has been around for quite some time. Type S, for those that know, has been around since the early 2000s on previous models like the Acura CL, TL, and even RSX. Those Type S models offered a modest increase in performance and design element. So let me give you a quick walk around and tell you about this new Type S. Up front, it's branded Type S. You'll see it in the front grille. Now this grille is exclusive because it has an open surface diamond pentagon grille, and it's designed that way for function to allow more cooling and performance for the all-new V6 turbo engine. Now we'll get into some more of the performance details and metrics, but let's continue to talk about the design. As you'll see down in the front fascia, we have large openings. No fog lights here. You'll also see a very aggressive piano black front lip spoiler, which helps for aerodynamics and downforce. So as we make our way around the side, the first thing you'll notice is this massive wheel and tire package. Now 20-inch wheels are standard on this TLX Type S, but next to me here are the optional lightweight high performance wheel and tire package that have aggressive summer tires from Pirelli. Now, of course, going fast is one thing, but behind these massive wheels are high-performance 4-piston Brembo brake calipers that give you the stopping power required for that amazing performance. As we carry on, I think the first thing outside of the design elements itself is the simmering paint here. Tiger Eye Pearl premium paint option, and it's exclusive for the TLX Type S. So continuing on, you'll again see additional Type S badging, specific dark accents, and here we are at the back of the vehicle. And like I said, this might be my favorite part of the TLX Type S. It's so aggressive and sporty. You have these dark accents on the tail lights, this gloss black rear decklit spoiler, which is actually functional for aerodynamics and downforce as well. But it's paired together with the aggressive rear diffuser that's exclusive to Type S. And can we just talk about the exhaust outlets? Quad exhaust 4-inch tips with active exhaust valves inside, which change the sound by your drive mode and sound amazing windows up or down. So here we are, the heart of the beast, this all-new 3-liter turbocharged V6 engine. Now before we dive into the specs and the technical details, let me just give you some background on the development of this engine. Best and brightest powertrain engineers worked together for years to bring this all-new exclusive engine to TLX Type S. Now, not only did they work on this engine and design it globally, but it's produced right here in the United States. Same with the TLX, which is produced in Marysville, Ohio. This exclusive engine is built at the Anna engine plant up the street. Those two come together to create the TLX Type S, most powerful Type S model yet, producing 355 horsepower and 354 foot-pounds of torque. Now, it's not just those figures, it's when and how that power is delivered. That 354 foot-pounds, that acceleration you feel, happens at an almost immediate 1400 RPM and carries all the way to 5000 RPM. So you get a great mid-range torque band, which provides that acceleration and peak performance. Now this 3-liter direct injected 24 valve dual overhead cam engine has the turbo mounted adjacent to it, basically right above the transmission. Now, for TLX Type S duty, provided exclusive software tuning, which helps for aggressive downshifts and even rev matching capability to provide shift speeds that weren't possible in the other TLX. Additionally, Type S is only available with super handling all-wheel drive. Now in its 4th generation, it provides torque vectoring capability. That system can send as much as 70% of the power to the rear and then distribute that 100% to either rear tire, which gives you amazing grip and cornering capability. Now, it doesn't just end there. TLX Type S has specific body structural rigidity and additional bracing to make it the stiffest, most aggressive chassis developed for an Acura sedan, as you can see by this dedicated strut tower bar here in the engine bay. So now that we've covered the exterior, let's hop inside and I'll show you all the amazing features and tech in the Type S. And here we are inside of the TLX Type S. It has a perfect balance of premium, sporty, yet luxury interior. Inside, you'll find 16-way adjustable heated and ventilated front seats with premium Milano leather, as well as ultra suede inserts, which really provide aggressive grip when driving. Also, you'll see Type S logos and brandings throughout, from the moment you open the door on the kick plate, embossed in the headrest, and even here on the aggressive flat bottom steering wheel. There's also a lot of great technology and features. We've included class-leading ELS Studio 3D audio system with 17 speakers, 4 of them here in the roof lining. Also, you'll find high-tech ambient lighting with 27 customizable settings and dynamic mode dial here in the center that allows you to change your drive mode and customize it to your preference. You'll see with a quick flick, you can cycle through the different drive modes. We have comfort, normal, sport, as well as individual settings, just like the standard TLX. But for Type S with Sport Plus, which is activated by a long hold of the dynamic mode. This takes all of the settings to their maximum performance, including suspension, steering, and engine and throttle response. And next, when we get under the vehicle, we'll talk about some of those amazing suspension components in greater detail. So here we have the TLX Type S up on a lift. Now, you're not always going to get a chance to do this or see underside the vehicle, but there's enough significant changes that we felt it was necessary to do this so you could see it firsthand. First, let's talk about the overall chassis and suspension, which is exclusive to Type S. Now, it starts with the double wishbone suspension. Now, that's on all TLX trims, but what's unique to Type S made the front spring rates more stiff, beefed up the stabilizer bars for better handling, amazing braking package, a larger rotor, and the 4-piston Brembo calipers. You even have functional ducting and cooling from the front fascia. Now let's take a look underneath and I'll point out a couple accents that make Type S unique. As you can see, a lot of the front and the rear is closed off. This is to improve airflow and to make it a smoother transition underneath the vehicle. Common what you see in actual race vehicles. Now, as we continue to make our way back, clearly we're following the exhaust system. We'll talk about that at the rear, but we come up to the rear differential, the super handling all-wheel drive unit that I mentioned that, again, allows the power to be transferred to the rear and then split to either wheel for optimum handling. Now, with this being Type S, this chassis and this platform was developed for Type S levels of performance, and therefore it has exclusive bracing from different parts of the body to create the stiffest, most rigid Acura sedan body ever built. As I mentioned before, the real true dual exhaust ports out here to 4 quad exhaust finishers. And you'll see on the inboard exhaust, we actually have active exhaust valves, so an actual flap that can open and close to create aggressive sound depending on the different drive modes you select. And of course, it's flanked by this gorgeous piano black Type S exclusive rear diffuser.